This one's called Sharma Corrine. You know that one person that you've always wanted to impress? That one person that in your mind has always been the definition of perfection? The person that could wrong no right, but could somehow right every single wrong that you did? The one person that in your eyes could tell no lies, but even if they did, they were not really lies, but subjective truths told only to protect someone like you? That one person that you put on a pedestal so high that even if it were made of glass and could one day smash, it would still exist in your mind. That person you always thought was too sweet, too kind, too perfect to be human. You know the one. We all have one. At least one. Your hero. For some it might be a friend or a lover, a first best friend or their mother. A father or grandfather, nonna or pops, an auntie or a brother. But for me, it was always my sister. The strong one, the fun one, the responsible one, and the crazy one. The fairy-like one, and the horse-loving one, and the one who helped me sneak out my window to pick clover. Don't ask. The one person who really helped me become me. And yet now, somehow, someway, we're so far away, physically, emotionally, spiritually, disconnected. Both traveling on our own winding paths, barefoot, in opposite directions, on opposite ends of the earth. If you were to go back in time and tell mini-me that we'd be here, or rather, you'd be there and I'd be here, and we'd have lost so much time, become so different, so distant, I would have said, who the hell are you, and what have you done with my sister? But if I could go back in time and tell mini-you that we'd be here, or rather, you'd be there and I'd be here, I'm sure you wouldn't have believed me either. We walked hand in hand, battling the forces of darkness of childhood together, or so I thought at the time. But realistically, you held my small hand in yours and you led the way, protecting me always from the brutalities and hardships you were already experiencing before me, smoothing the path for me, cutting the roots to be sure I wouldn't trip or stumble or turn around, skittish with my tail between my legs. You were the perfect sister. Too perfect to be human, I thought, and I built that pedestal higher and higher, so high that Mount Everest began to look like a molehill. And then somehow, some way, I finally realized you were not wearing the cape and tights I had painted on. You were not this larger-than-life superhero that would always be there to save me. You were human too, and I resented you for it. I resented the empty space in my mind where I wanted you to stay fixed, stable, reliable, and I felt abandoned. But realistically, I should have abandoned the notion of a stable version of perfection and adapted to a changing definition of a hero that could be human first, that could make mistakes too. Stay on the line, mini-me, mini-you. We can reconnect just yet, because you will always be my Buffy, and I will always be your Dawn. Just hopefully less annoying than the one in season 5, because that would be tragic. We can reconnect just yet, without the baggage of a fantasy world swimming in my head. Sharma Corrine, will this impress you?